Greetings, welcome back to the channel. Listen, today we're going to focus on a very important subject. I want to talk to my friends, my family, the YouTube community. I'm going to do my best to break this down in the most layman's terms, simplistic form. I might even just keep it hood. Used to be Bonics, right? Hooked on phonics! Say no. Alright guys, so let me stay serious. Article 13. What is Article 13 in a sum? Well, I've been doing my best to investigate and gather knowledge, gain as much information as I can via web, internet, Google, YouTube, articles, etc., etc. In a sum, in Europe, the EU passing a law which was established in like 2006 or something, and then legislative passed, I think, a first version of it in 2012, and right now they're going for the last and final move to make Article 13 solidified, meaning it will happen, and that's this January. Now, what Article 13 is, it's made to protect copyright owners. So it's made to protect the artists, the creators, the filmmakers, the musicians, the music companies, the labels, copyright holders, whether it's photography, whether it's audio bites, whether it's cinematography, videography, video clips, clips like when you use the from Friday After Next, or like when you use memes. Those memes have copyright holders, correct? So all of those things, Article 13 is made to protect. Now that all makes sense. You would think like, yes, they should definitely get, compensated, etc., for their work. Now this is where it comes into play with YouTubers like myself and a variety of other YouTubers that you and me have watched over the years or are watching. So what that means is, for example, when they pass that, if they pass that, what's going to happen is tons of creators in the EU already, which are popular, many of them are sensations with million+ subscribers, you probably watch them, as well as creators here and around the world. YouTube will have to now start blocking content on your channel. Well, in general, they're going to have to block your channel, but initially it's supposed to block the content that has the copyrighted material so that the EU wouldn't be able to see it. There's a variety of people that make up those views. Like those views, people who are watching this video could potentially be from the EU. So what that means is, if you use anything copyrighted, such as
everybody wanna rap, everybody wanna trap,
a 2-second clip, it could be, remember the 7-second and below, 8-second below rule I told y'all in the beginning of the year? I was talking to y'all about how to beat the copyright and use a clip that's less than 8 seconds if you want to use it creatively. Well, this would stop. All of that would stop, and what would happen is that would still be considered copyright use, and they'll block not only your video but your channel. Now, why are they going to block your channel? The way it works is YouTube is going to be held responsible for the copyrighted material that we upload. It's not going to go to court with each and every single person for their video on their channel. So let's say, for example, if you got 800 videos. Me, for example, my first 70 or 80 vlogs, I use clips, I use snippets, I use some sound bites. I try to creatively edit it, like a vlog style, right? Photos, etc., etc. Videos like that will be blocked. So all my old videos will be blocked, but not only blocked, YouTube doesn't want to go through the trouble because they're going to be held responsible and they're going to be in court or sued or whatever. So you know what YouTube's going to do to cover themselves? They're basically going to block your channel from the EU, or my channel from the EU, which is tons of people, tons of viewers. That is going to apply for everybody, including in the EU, and their videos are going to be blocked. So some of the people that you watch, the popular ones, they're going to be blocked. We're not going to be able to see them because they have their new law in place. There's not much that me or you can do other than talk amongst ourselves, talk amongst our friends or families, try to educate everyone. If you have a YouTube channel, make a YouTube video, and upon making your YouTube video, discuss it with your audience and just make everyone aware. Because even though I've said it like really vague, I don't think I articulated myself in the best manner. It's going to affect everyone, and it's just the start of taking away our freedom of creation and governing what was once a free monopoly. Now they're going to capitalize and control it, where people's livelihoods who were living off of YouTube. You guys know I'm not living off of YouTube. You know my story. But there's people who make X amount of dollars a month or X amount of dollars a year. You know, think about the number. But they're living off of it, and what's going to happen is their finances are going to drastically get cut, especially if you're from America. If you're from the EU, I think that's going to end their career. Like people who do film reviews, people who do music theories or reviews or something of that nature, like people who do the educational content, news channels, all types of different avenues of people who use a photo or a creative piece of work or something under the Act of Fair Use, the Fair Use Act for educational use or whatnot, they're going to be also blocked. And then especially if it's for profit, because the Fair Use Act goes across 5-6 scales. I can't think of them off the top of the head right now, but I know one of them is it for profit? So the people who, like myself, are, you guys know I'm not living off of it, but there's people who's living off of it, but they're using other people's content, critiquing it, and then they're making a monetized check off of it. That's not considered fair use, so that's going to get blocked. So those people are going to lose their jobs. Their whole lives are going to change. It's going to ripple effect, right? Now, us over here, the creators over here who, let's say, get 200,000-300,000 views a video, let's say if 40, 50, 60,000 of those views are from the EU. What's going to happen is they're not going to be watching your stuff no more, and that's going to limit your income. And if you already went buku crazy investing in stuff, and now you got fixed incomes you got to pay every month, not fixed, you have a variable income or fixed, it could be both that you got to pay every month. Now you're not going to be able to afford it, and you're going to have to adjust your lifestyle. It's going to cause a lot of destruction. Now, it's meant to protect the creator, but right now, the way things are going, it seems that everybody is able to win. Everybody, the copyright holder makes some chump change. The person who created the video, who used the copyright holder stuff, created some chump change. YouTube gets some chump change. Everybody gets some chump change. Right here, what this is doing is it's only making YouTube get some chump change, and the wealthy are going to be the ones who's going to be able to keep their channels running. Because YouTube is still going to be available to a small select few who are not going to be blocked. And that small select few is going to be reserved for the higher end corporations. Of course, ESPN is going to have a YouTube channel and this and that. And I'm not going to name drop it anymore. But what was once only on television, they're gravitating towards YouTube. You know why? Because we, the creators, made YouTube something. We were the trial and error system. We were the test run. We were, in 2006 was the test. And we built it up. It became a fix. It's in everyone's system. Everyone's used to YouTube. People left and fled television sets. I mean, some people use television for games or whatever, maybe on demand or something, but nobody watches, very few people watch general television anymore. So with all of those factors, they seen how we was making hits off ourselves with no help. We didn't have to go through the gatekeepers. We didn't have to go and ask anyone, can we be on your TV show, or can we go through traditional Hollywood casting call methods? What happened? We started breaking through the doors on our own, and sadly enough to say, they're trying to save some money. They're trying to, let's say, a massive employment purge. They're trying to cut down employees. Because look at it this way. When YouTube first started, let's say 500,000 people was making a living off of YouTube. Let's just say that. And then a couple years went by, 3 million people were making a living off of YouTube, meaning making sustainable incomes. Cool, YouTube could handle it. It was growing its database, growing its inventory, growing the users, making everybody comfortable with it. What happened is, now anybody, there's 20, 30 people in one community. Back then when it was only like one person in a tri-state community. But now it's so many people in one community doing the same thing, monetizing it, growing, making income, getting larger and larger checks. That's potentially why the monetization systems got updated and changed over the last 2-3 years to be so sensitive. Because they're paying out too much money, too much moolah, baby. So that can mean a lot of small channels like myself and a lot of your friends and family channels can be blocked and terminated. And the thing is that you're like, okay, but Toon, that's only in Europe. Toon, chill out. We in the USA, bro. That's how it starts. That's how it starts. They do something over there, or they do something on the other half of the world. Once it gets cool and it's passed and it's approved, it's like, all right, let's try it on this side of the world. Bam, because they already do it over there. So I just wanted to share this PSA, really scattered thoughts, unorganized, unprofessional. How dare I touch base on this matter? I try to break it down as simple as possible. I don't even know it all myself. I just know that I love creating, and I'm making pennies. Like, I'm making 10, 15, 20 views a video, but I do it because I love creating. When I used to have a VHS camera, I used to stand in front of the camera for days, and I was doing it for me, for tapes for me to go and watch. I wasn't doing it for the world and for YouTube like what it is right now. It's a little eerie, but it's always a blessing to have you guys watching me. Let me know your comments below. Let me know your thoughts. If I missed anything, comment below. If I went inaccurate anywhere, correct me. Let's start a discussion. Let's, save the internet, because they're trying to kill it, and little steps and bits and pieces at a time is just going to be fully controlled by the wealthy and people like you and me. Salute, y'all. Stay safe and let's get jiggy. Come back to tomorrow's vlog.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Sounds like YouTube wants us to start a revolution. Hey, yo. Let me just sit back and drink my cup of tea.